Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I wanted to give an update on the Jag C Type project. I've been having a little fun with the car, further polishing, things like that, playing around with different colors for the stripe, and also I did something fun with the wheels. So let me walk around and I'll show you the kind of before and after here. So if you recall when this thing first entered the lab, it was super dusty and looking really dull, and it was red with a bright yellow stripe. Now, the bright yellow stripe just really clashed to me. It wasn't something that I dug at all, and I wasn't too sure what sort of condition the paint was underneath. So once I cleaned that off and started polishing, I've now clay barred it. I've gone over it once with the buffer. There's a couple areas that I could go a little farther. I'm realizing that the paint on the car is really pretty darn nice. So again, playing around with the stripe just for fun, I threw a little blue painter's tape over the yellow. And when it was just straight blue, it was kind of interesting. It's a little bright. It's not exactly quite period. But when I put another layer of just plain old masking tape on the side and I step back, well, that makes a fair bit of a difference. I think it looks a lot better. Now, I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to stick with the red or not. The paint's really nice. It seems kind of a shame to paint it, but it's not the color that I would choose if I were really building the car. So I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I may leave it red for now and then focus on the mechanical stuff, and then pull the trim and stuff off and paint it a color that I dream of. I don't know. Right now I'm just playing. I'm having a good time. Now, one of the things that I really don't dig are the wheels on the car. Now, these things originally had a 16-inch wire wheel, and these are a 15-inch. And they're not bad. And in black, they look a little serious. I mean, it's okay. But, the tires are old, and I think the wheels being such a focal point on a car that has this simple of a body design, I just wanted to change things up. So I did some hunting online, and I found a company over in England that makes a 16-inch competition spoked wheel. Now, this is very similar to the way that the originals would have it, where it's a 72 spoke design. The outer spokes come way out here close to the edge versus the other ones that are on the car where the spokes are not quite to the edge. And again, these were a little scruffy looking. The knockoffs were a little scruffy looking. And in the black, it just really wasn't working for me. Digging through the parts, I found another set of brand new knockoffs that are nicely detailed. And then also with the car came this amazing set of Engelbert vintage competition tires. So these are a competition pattern. It's a 560/16, and this is Engelbert by Michelin. So it's something that's a real period correct looking tire, and they are brand new. They've never been mounted. They've been stored indoors. I looked at them really close. They're not brand friggin' new by any means, but I think they're totally usable. So I have mounted two of those on the new wheels with the new knockoffs on this side here. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely loving the difference. Let me step back here so you can kind of get the whole picture here. Yeah, now that thing really pops out. Your eyes are drawn to the wheels, and that's really what it's all about. So the car's really coming together. I'm liking the look of it now. Again, I may just stick with the red temporarily. I might play around with different color stripes, so on and so forth. But I'm really kind of dreaming of some different colors. So, it's a big job to paint a car, even though the body on this thing is perfect. It would pretty much just be a scuff and spray kind of a deal. But painting cars is really expensive these days. Even the material is quite expensive. So I might save up a little bit, focus my money on the stuff that makes it go initially. But down the road, I could see doing a color swap on this. Other stuff I've been kind of digging up is I found some cool little vintage props. I'm a big prop guy. I love old stuff. This is a cool program that I found in my stuff from a race in 1953, Wilmot Hills Sports Car Road Races. I found a great old helmet here, Sports Car Club of America. I found some cool old seat belts out in my parts stash, racing belts. I've kind of popped those in there. Again, I'm just playing. I'm trying to get a vibe of the car. I'm trying to make it look really cool. And then obviously I still have a lot of work to do. I mean, the gas cap here, well, that's not bolted on and there's not even a gas tank in there. So this is pure fantasy at this point, trying to make it look like a car, but that will inspire me to really make it a car and make it run and drive properly. The other thing I've been going through are all the parts that came with it. And I've found some great stuff. I'm really excited about the bits that I've found. Some stuff I'm going to have to chase. There's a brand new Mallory Unilite distributor that's got an electronic ignition in it. That's a super cool piece. That's going to plop right in there. I found the dash panel. I found an old vintage gauge panel in the parts. This had this speedometer and tack in there. I pulled those out, cleaned those up. Fuel gauge. There's another gauge as well. Going through all of the different stuff, I'm finding a lot of neat stuff. So there's the body tags are here, velocity stacks for carburetors. There's a bunch more tin pieces. There's a cool racing mirror here that I'll probably put on there. That's a really neat looking little piece. And then I'm looking at carburetors and manifolds. So when I bought the car, he said he had thought that somebody had taken the carburetors. And it's possible that that's the case, but we did find a set of SU carbs there. This is a set of 3, probably out of an E-Type or something like that. And that's a real popular setup to put on there. Unfortunately, the intake manifold I have here is set up for 2 carbs. So I've either got to find a 2-carb setup or a 3-carb manifold. And of course, I need to make sure that that manifold matches up with the head on the car. I've done a little further research on the engine that's in it. It's a 3.8 liter engine. Excuse my wiggles there. It's a 3.8. This is out of a 60s era car. It's probably out of a sedan, an S model sedan. And it's got the C Type rocker covers on it, so it matches the look of the car. And in any case, that's going to be a pretty bitchin' motor in there. The exhaust, I've got the stub pipes here off of that, and I found the down pipes right over here, and then that's the whole muffler resonator piece that will go off of here, down into that hole, and then down onto the side of the car. And that makes a really neat look to it, and it's going to make this 6-cylinder Jag motor really, really sound awesome. So in any case, that's a quick walk around of what I've been up to with the Jag. There we go. Get that thing down there. I am absolutely digging the new wheels on it. It is screaming to be on the road. So my next plans, of course, are to focus on mechanicals, see if I can get this thing up and running and driving. But I wanted to share the cosmetic transformation so far and see what you think. I'm digging the wheels. Definitely a big improvement. And by God, get rid of that mustard stripe on that bright red body. I think that's looking so much better as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them. Bye-bye.